You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 13th of November. Jaishankar defends India-Russia ties, cites global benefits amid Ukraine crisis. Beijing pushes to join security efforts for citizens in Pakistan. And Taliban appoints Ikramuddin Kamil as acting consul for its consulate in India's Mumbai. And now for all the details. India's Foreign Minister S.Jaishankar on Tuesday defended New Delhi's ties with Moscow, stating that India's actions with Russia benefit the entire international community. In an interview with Australian media outlet Sky News, Jaishankar emphasized that no country should feel concerned over India's relationship with Russia, as modern nations no longer have exclusive relationships. Drawing a parallel with Pakistan, he remarked that if any country feels uneasy about India-Russia ties, New Delhi could likewise have concerns about their relationships with Pakistan. He added that India's relationship with Russia enables it to engage with both Russia and Ukraine, providing a platform to seek common ground in those discussions. Despite increasing global sanctions on Russia since the Ukraine crisis began in 2022, India's relationship with Russia has remained strong. India continues to uphold a strategic stance to neutrality, balancing its historic ties with Moscow while expanding relations with Western nations. Beijing is pressuring Pakistan to allow Chinese security personnel to protect the thousands of Chinese nationals working in Pakistan following a recent car bombing in Karachi that was seen as a significant security breach, according to a report by Reuters. A series of recent attacks targeting Chinese nationals and Pakistan's inability to prevent them has frustrated China, leading it to push for formal negotiations on a joint security management system. They want to bring in their own security, a Pakistani government official told Reuters. While there is consensus on the need for a joint security management system, Pakistan has not yet agreed to China's participation in on-ground security operations. Chinese nationals have been in the crosshairs of separatist militants who see Beijing as helping Pakistan exploit minerals in the underdeveloped southwestern province of Balochistan, where China has a strategic port and mining interests. A fresh wave of protests is sweeping across Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, driven by frustration over the government's failure to address key issues. Residents have warned that if their demands are not met, they will take to the streets with a clear agenda for change. A report.
A fresh wave of protests is now sweeping across Pakistan-occupied Jammu Kashmir, fueled by a growing sense of frustration at the government's negligence and failure to deliver on key promises. The latest episode in this ongoing saga of discontent revolves around a series of unfulfilled demands from the people of POJK. The list of grievances is long and serious, ranging from economic hardships to basic infrastructure issues, including erratic power supply and inadequate public services. One of the most contentious issues raised by activists is the electricity crisis in POJK. The reduction in electricity prices has come in hand with an increase in the duration of load shedding, a phenomenon that has left residents in POJK struggling to meet even their basic energy needs.
और अब जो कॉल दिए जम्मू कश्मीर ज्वाइंट अवामी एक्शन कमेटी ने, और अगर इस कॉल से पहले लोगों के ये मामलात, मेरी मुराद जम्मू कश्मीर ज्वाइंट अवामी एक्शन कमेटी का जो चार्टर ऑफ डिमांड है, जो तहरीरी शक्ल में हमने हुकूमत को दे दिया हुआ है, अगर वो कंप्लीट ना हुआ तो अवाम बाहर निकलेगी, और इस दफ़ा जो अवाम है वो एक एतमाद से बाहर निकलेगी। सर देखें, बिजली सस्ती तो ज़रूर कर दी, लेकिन अब हुआ क्या कि आपकी बिजली की वोल्टेज कम कर दी गई है, फिर आपकी लोड शेडिंग बढ़ा दी गई है। तो ऐसे इलाके भी हमारे हैं जहाँ पे लोड शेडिंग का दौरानिया बहुत ज़्यादा कर दिया।
The people of Pakistan-occupied Jammu Kashmir have long suffered under an oppressive regime where their rights, basic needs and aspirations are consistently overlooked by authorities. The government's response has largely been limited to issuing vague promises of future improvements which never seem to materialize. Despite the region's beauty and strategic importance, its people remain trapped in a state of economic and political disenfranchisement.
The Taliban on Tuesday confirmed the appointment of Ikramuddin Kamil as the acting consul of its consulate in Mumbai, India. This development was announced in a post on X by the Taliban's Deputy Foreign Minister Sher Mohammad Abbas Stanekzai. In a statement, the Taliban's foreign ministry noted that Kamil was appointed as the interim head of the consulate, marking the first time a new diplomat has been signed to India since the regime change in Kabul. The announcement follows a recent meeting in Kabul between an official from India's Ministry of External Affairs and the Taliban's acting defense minister, Muhammad Yaqub Mujahid. Media reports indicate that Kamil was previously an Afghan student in India, where he studied for 7 years and completed his doctorate at South Asia University on an MEA scholarship. While New Delhi has not yet issued an official response, sources suggest that Kamil's status remains that of an Afghan national working to assist Afghans in India, facilitating consular functions. India has not recognized the Taliban regime as the official government of Afghanistan, and New Delhi has reiterated that it will follow established processes for recognizing any government working in alignment with the international community on this issue. The United States has expressed concern over the extensive crackdown by Bangladeshi authorities on workers and supporters of the Awami League led by ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, ahead of their protest against interim chief advisor Mohammad Yunus. Addressing a media briefing, US State Department Deputy Spokesperson Vedant Patel condemned the crackdown, stressing the importance of upholding and protecting the freedoms of ordinary Bangladeshis to ensure a truly democratic future. He added that the US supports freedom of expression, peaceful assembly and association for all, including dissenting and opposition voices. Earlier, rights organization Amnesty International also called for a swift, impartial and effective investigation following reports of attacks on Hasina's Awami League cadre. The call for an investigation comes amid violence targeting those considered close to the Hasina administration, raising concerns about the country's political climate and human rights situation. Notably, Dhaka has turned into a fortress ahead of the Awami League protests, with 191 platoons of the border guard Bangladesh deployed across the city and surrounding areas for the protest scheduled for 3 p.m. on Sunday. Authorities have denied permission for the Awami League demonstration.
We support the freedom of expression, peaceful assembly, and association for all, including dissenting and opposition voices. These freedoms, in our point of view, are essential elements of any democracy. We routinely communicate that support to all our partners, including the interim government of Bangladesh, and upholding and protecting these freedoms for all Bangladeshis is necessary to ensure a true democratic future.
Sri Lanka has requested that the United States lift its travel advisory for Americans visiting popular tourist destinations in the island nation, the Daily Mirror reported on Tuesday. The U.S. diplomatic mission in Sri Lanka had recently issued an advisory cautioning its citizens to avoid areas near Arugam Bay due to a potential terror threat. Following the U.S. advisory, several other countries issued similar travel warnings for their citizens visiting Sri Lanka. According to local media reports, the Sri Lankan Foreign Ministry has urged the US to revoke the advisory, citing enhanced security measures and the actions taken by local agencies. Notably, Sri Lankan authorities have so far arrested 6 individuals in connection with the security threat. Known for its pristine beaches, tea plantation and historic temples, Sri Lanka has been experiencing a resurgence in tourism as the country recovers from a severe financial crisis. In the first 8 months of this year, 1.5 million tourists arrived in Sri Lanka, including 20,515 visitors from Israel, according to government data. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow.